And this is one of the points that I do want to make, or at least things that I've discovered in my personal experience of exercising as a very large person, is that exercising feels good, or it can if you plan to make it feel good. Hey everybody, this is Nicholas, and today I'm here to take another shot at trying to do an exercise video. Specifically, I'm taking you out on one of my workouts where I'm trying to slowly and very gently ease myself back into running, or at least going out and doing a combination of walking and running to get some more aerobic exercise. Some of the challenges I have with that is A, that I haven't been doing this in a long time, and B, I'm a pretty big guy. And so that's a challenge, it's not a problem. One thing that I've figured out in my almost 50 years of trying to be a healthy human is that when I view my body or my health negatively, that almost never actually leads to better outcomes for me. So if I'm motivated to get exercise because there's something I don't like about myself, that doesn't stick. It's not fun, it doesn't feel good, I feel worse about myself, and I double down on the bad habits or unhealthy coping mechanisms that caused a lot of the problems in the first place. So I have found success, or at least if I'm defining success by getting myself out the door and enjoying it and allowing me to have access to all of the good things that come with fitness, is something that a lot of people are starting to refer to as joyful movement, but it's basically defining exercise in a way that's different from perhaps your strict PE teacher in junior high did. This is not about gritting it or gutting through pain or toughing it out or any of that. I find that that's not helpful, or at least at this stage of the game, it's not helpful. What is helpful is things that feel good or cause joy. And progress, getting stronger is joyful. Getting out and moving my body is joyful. Pain is not. So I'm trying to find a way to do this that minimizes pain and maximizes consistency so I can get out the door the most times and enjoy getting out the door. So come along with me. We'll see how it goes. The kind of workout I'm doing today is I'll be going along for 6 repetitions of a jog for 3 minutes and walk for 2 minutes. And I'm starting it all off with a 5-minute walking warm-up, which is just over now. All right. And that's our first of 6 little jogging sessions. I'm not trying to go very fast. I'm just trying to get my heart rate up, breathe a little bit, and get into a little bit of a shuffling, jogging pace. Because again, my goals here are to get out the door, and I've actually, by not pushing it too hard and stressing my joints or stressing my muscles and causing injuries and pain, I've been able to get out along my goal of 4 times a week since the middle of July. And I can tell you, I've tried a lot of different exercise things, as I mentioned before, probably for the wrong reasons, that didn't make it that long. And this time, I have a bunch of things that are motivating me to do this, but focusing on doing exercise that feels good and focusing on just it being a joyful experience has been key. And I keep it joyful by not pushing harder than I can take right now. And right now, even though I'm breathing hard, I know that I can stress my muscles and my cardiovascular system a lot more than I can stress my connective tissue. So I'm going just enough that I keep building up the strength in my feet and my joints to be able to do a little bit more. We're starting to get some real fall feel in the air. It's been a long summer, and here in Oregon, it's also nice that we're not full of smoke and on fire again. But there's our 2 minutes, so let's do a little more jogging. Oop, looks like we've got some people ahead. The trick is to make it through that gate while still keeping a 6-foot distance between me and everybody else. All right, that's 2 down. We're a third of the way done. And to return to what I was talking before about staying in a gentle increase of effort level and staying within my body's ability to cope with what I'm doing now, I think we have a lot of bad cultural baggage that goes along with exercise and this idea that exercise is supposed to hurt. Well, some of the really great things you can get out of fitness and being strong is being able to push yourself. But there's a good way and a less helpful way to go about that. If you try to push yourself before you're ready to, that's when a lot of the pain and the unpleasantness can come. And that's usually compounded by a lot of the stigma that if you're not pushing it or you're not pushing through the pain, then you're not doing it right or you're somehow weak. It's a discipline of self-restraint to stay in that window that allows running to be joyful and to feel good. And that can be harder than just sprinting out without really a thought or a care or consideration and complaining when it starts to hurt. Well, getting back to the point I was making about the discipline it takes to go slow enough not to hurt yourself. Everybody has the mental strength to push through pain enough to cause their body injury. I don't think that's remarkable. At least I don't anymore, having suffered through a lot of injuries coming from that kind of motivation. And people who have been looking at the barefoot or the minimalist running shoe situation have also sort of said this. It's actually quite a bit harder and takes a lot more discipline to run within the limits imposed by either removing a hard structured shoe environment or to run or jog at a pace that's not going to hurt yourself and it's still fun. That takes a lot more restraint and discipline than just going out and beating your head against the wall. That might be, blowing a little bit of sunshine up our skirts or being a little more positive or Pollyanna-ish, but I also think it makes a lot of sense. So, something to think about. Another note, this is a common route that I run, and it's a very good feeling now knowing that I'm at the high point of the route. It's all downhill from here. So, today's run is pretty joyful. I'm feeling good. I do have a couple of parts of my body that are giving me some communication, giving me a little pain. I have patella tendonitis in my left knee, which I know is caused by weaknesses or imbalances in the muscles around the knee, and I address it by strengthening those muscles with some elastic band exercises and making sure that I loosen up and cool down after my runs. There's a lot of research now on the effectiveness of stretching that are interesting, but I do think that stretching helps, even if it's not, even if it's a placebo effect. Another cause of joy is out here in the suburbs south of Portland, we have some support with the Pride flag and the Black Lives Matter flag. I'm not a big flag flying person myself, but it is nice to get these communications when you're out in the world that love and acceptance are flowing from a lot of people. And love and acceptance, those are joyful things. Okay, we're in another rest cycle, and I don't know, today's movement is pretty joyful. I'm feeling good. My muscles are loosening up. They were getting a little tight, and my knees loosening up, which feels pretty good. But I'm far enough into the run that I'm feeling some of the upwelling of endorphins, I suppose, or just, you know, positive feeling brain chemicals that are released by doing this. And this is one of the points that I do want to make, or at least things that I've discovered in my personal experience of exercising as a very large person, is that exercising feels good, or it can if you plan to make it feel good. And it's not something that I want to be barred from because of my weight. So there's a lot of social pressure and subtle coding that says exercise is for fit people, or exercise is for slim people, or exercise is for young people. And I mean, those people can enjoy exercise, sure, but don't let some of the things that happen with age and just life and our health as they go on keep us from something that feels good. If we're smart and prepared and think about it in advance, we can be fit and healthy at any size, and that feels good. Lovely. That was the last of the 6 jogging sections. This is part of a longer series that I have set up of workouts, and if I were feeling ambitious, I could probably bump up to the next more difficult set just yet. But I think I'm gonna stay another week at this set, because again, what I'm focusing on is the joy of movement, or the joyful movement, and there's no rush. I have confidence now at this point that I'm going to stick with the routine because I'm enjoying it, and there's no need to be in a hurry and maybe make it less enjoyable. There is certainly a joy or a pleasure that I take out of seeing progression and seeing improvement, but that's going to come regardless. And so I think I'm going to chill, take another week of doing 4 days at this level of jog for 3 minutes, walk for 2, and then I think the next level is jog for 4 minutes and walk for 1, and I think it's still a set of 6 reps of that. But anyway, thanks for coming along, listening to me ramble on about how to make exercise more pleasurable, especially if you're bigger or you have some challenges between you and just heading out the door and immediately enjoying a workout. These are some things that I've picked up along the way of how to keep your movement joyful and how to keep the focus of your exercise on you, and how nice it is to be a person in a body, and how nice it is to do things for your body that feel good. So, it's Nicholas. I'll talk to you later. If we're smart and prepared and think about it in advance, we can be fit and healthy at any size. And That feels good.